A mid-range OnePlus phone with a nearly 9,000 mAh battery sounds fake, but leaked photos say it's very real. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It really helps me keep bringing you more tech breakdowns like this one. And the wild part? To pull it off, OnePlus may be ditching premium materials and going all in on glossy plastic. Love it or hate it, the OnePlus Turbo is shaping up to be one of the most extreme phones the company has ever made. Here's why this leak actually matters. OnePlus hasn't been the obvious pick for battery kings or gaming-first phones lately. That space has been dominated by brands like Redmi, especially with their Turbo series, phones that prioritize raw performance and endurance over luxury. The OnePlus Turbo looks like a direct response to that strategy. It's not trying to impress you in a store display. It's trying to last longer, run harder, and stay cheaper than you'd expect. The leaked images give us our first real look at the phone, and the design is familiar. If you've seen recent OnePlus flagships like the OnePlus 13, you'll recognize the circular camera module tucked into the upper left corner. Same overall language, same deco camera bump, same clean layout. At a glance, it almost passes for a premium device. But then the materials give it away. According to the leak, OnePlus is testing at least two variants, a black model with a glossy plastic back and a more interesting blue version with matte rails and a greenish blue tone. That blue color actually looks surprisingly refined, more playful than the usual safe OnePlus palette. The problem is the finish. A glossy plastic back in 2026 is basically a fingerprint magnet. It's the kind of surface that looks great for about 5 minutes and then turns into a smudge festival. Still, OnePlus clearly made this choice for a reason, and that reason becomes obvious once you look at the rumored specs. Let's start with the headline feature, a battery estimated at around 9,000 mAh. That's not just big, that's absurd for smartphone standards. Most flagship phones today hover between 5,000 and 5,500 mAh. Even phones marketed as battery champs rarely cross 6,000. A 9,000 mAh battery pushes this device into tablet territory, or even handheld gaming console territory. And it doesn't stop there. The OnePlus Turbo is rumored to pack a 165 Hz OLED display, which is overkill in the best way possible. That refresh rate is clearly aimed at gamers, people who care about smooth scrolling, ultra-fluid animations, and competitive gaming performance. Pair that with a rumored Snapdragon 8S Gen 4 or even a Snapdragon 8 Gen 5, and suddenly this phone isn't mid-range in spirit at all. It's a performance monster hiding behind a budget shell. There is one important caveat here. One of the leaked photos shows the phone's About screen with some of these specs listed, but sources warn that these screens are often spoofed on test units, especially in China. Manufacturers do this deliberately to hide real hardware details during development. So while the general direction seems solid, exact specs should still be taken with a grain of salt. Even so, the broader strategy is clear. OnePlus is cutting costs where most people won't care as much, materials, so it can spend money where enthusiasts absolutely do, battery, display, and performance. This also explains why many people believe the OnePlus Turbo will eventually land under the Nord branding, at least outside China. If it launches globally at all, it's expected to hit India and China first around March 2026. And realistically, with the Nord line basically gone from the US, this phone probably won't make it stateside in this exact form. Now, about that glossy plastic build, I'm torn. On one hand, it does feel like a step backward. Once you've used matte glass or metal, glossy plastic feels cheap, especially in black. That version is going to look greasy almost instantly. On the other hand, plastic has real advantages that don't get talked about enough. It's more durable in drops, it doesn't shatter, and it handles heat differently than glass. For a phone clearly targeting long gaming sessions, that actually matters. So here's the trade-off OnePlus is offering. Forget premium materials, and in return you get insane battery life, a ridiculously fast screen, and flagship-level performance at a mid-range price. If that's the deal, I think a lot of users, especially gamers, will take it without hesitation. The OnePlus Turbo isn't trying to be elegant, it's trying to be relentless. And if these leaks hold up, this might be the most unapologetically performance-focused phone OnePlus has made in years. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.